Hey guys, what's up? I am back by the power of YouTube, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 signs that you are almost an alcoholic. So don't go nowhere.
Nothing lasts forever.
Hey guys, so 5 signs that you are almost an alcoholic. And trust me, I get it. This is something that we don't like to talk about. We don't like to bash on alcohol. It's a bummer. And um, in our society, we don't really like to criticize alcohol itself anyway. We'll do it to all the other drugs, but we won't really do it to alcohol. And a big problem comes from the way we view alcohol itself and the way that the beer companies would advertise alcohol or advertise their products. Like it doesn't help. Like it kind of programs our brain to think that alcohol it's cool, it's fun, it's healthy, it's sexy. You drink this, everybody's gonna get along and have a good time. But that's not always the case. Like check this out.
Sir Jeremy, you are a true friend of the crown. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Madam Susan, you are an even truer friend of the crown. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. What is that?
This is a spiced honey mead wine that I have really been into lately. So, dilly dilly, right?
Please follow Sir Brad. He's going to give you a private tour of the pit of misery.
I'm sorry, what?
Pit of misery, dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Here's to the friends you can always count on. Bud Light, brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
So that was a pretty cool, pretty funny commercial. I mean, it's hard to find anything bad about alcohol. And when people do start drinking alcohol, I'm pretty sure they don't tell themselves or they make it some kind of goal that, hey, I'm gonna be an alcoholic. Like it doesn't happen overnight. It takes years. And when it does happen, it's very subtle, it's very insidious.
Lachrymose is to dyspeptic as ebullient is to effervescent. All right, Harvard, here I come.
Psst, Barney, my dad's asleep. Want a beer?
I don't know, the SATs are tomorrow.
I've got 2 words for you. Mellow out, man.
All right, just one. If it'll get you off my back. Hey, where have you been all my life?
And from start to finish, once you make that journey of being a full-blown alcoholic, it's hard for you to go back. Like it's almost impossible to teach yourself moderate drinking. Like you can't. But these are 5 signs that you are almost an alcoholic. They're not listed in any order, and you don't have to show all 5 of them. But just think of it as a way of to kind of take a step back and kind of reassess your drinking, so that you don't become a full-blown alcoholic. So, without further ado, here we go. All right, so the first sign is you continue drinking despite at least some negative consequences. And these consequences can be your work, school, relationships, meaning your friends and your family, your health under physical and emotional. And it's there's so many different things that I can list with all of those. So I mean, with your work is obvious. You're showing up late. You're arguing with your coworkers. You're arguing with your boss. Your work output isn't good. You're not giving out a good product. And then your school is basically like look at the college environment for college kids that are binge drinking over the weekends. And, most of them they'll fall back in their classes. Their GPAs would go down. Some of the classes they'll just fail. Um, your relationships, friends and family. So with your family, you have to think about it this way. Alcohol is Alcohol is a chemical substance that is specifically designed to destroy families. Okay, nothing good comes from too much alcohol, right? And most people have grown up with some type of alcoholic in their household, and they've seen how they've act.
So I says, yeah, if you want that money, come and find it, 'cause I don't know where it is, you baloney. You make me wanna retch.
So, I'm with your friends and family. I'm like, that's just it right there. And your health. So, with alcohol, there's nothing healthy about alcohol. There's no nutrients. There's no protein. There's nothing healthy about alcohol. Even though the advertisements would put out that, 96 calories or low carbs, like it's healthy, like it's.
What makes the perfect holiday beer? More taste, only 96 calories.
Alcohol is not healthy. It can raise your blood pressure. It can cause you to overeat, which can gain weight. It can affect your cholesterol levels. Later on down the line, it can play a part in increasing the risk for cancer. You can have problems with your stomach. I mean, there's so many things I can keep naming off about how alcohol is bad for your health, right? And the final product, when you do get full blown, you'll see that the alcohol does hijack your brain, and it makes you do things you don't want to do. So that's pretty much the first one. The first one is kind of, it can be kind of obvious. People on the outside who are looking in, who are observing you, can be the ones that can step up and say something. But it's like I said, we don't want to talk about alcohol, so it's kind of hard for us to just give it up. So the next sign is you look forward to drinking. And in order for you to understand this, you got to put in this kind of context. Is that an example would be this. One of your friends invited you over to their house to watch the football game. But there's going to be alcohol there. So you go there because you look forward to drinking, and you're probably going to get drunk. Right? As opposed of, you know what, I don't need to drink. I'm just going to have a good time with my friend and watch the game. Right? Or it could be like you're meeting somebody new and you're going out to a bar or a restaurant and you're excited that you're going to go there and drink. You're going to drink as opposed of, hey, I'm meeting somebody new, or I'm at a restaurant I've never been at, right? But think about this. If your coworkers invited you to a party and they said, hey, I'm having this party, but there's going to be no alcohol, would you go? So next sign is you drink alone. And there's nothing wrong with having an occasional drink now from time to time. But the problem with drinking alone is that sometimes it will lead to this habit of drinking stronger drinks or drinking more at a time. And what happens is it increases your tolerance. So, but when a person does drink alone, there's a good question that needs to be asked: is why are they drinking alone? And I'll stop right there because it kind of leads into another sign of becoming an alcoholic. So I'll just stop right there. Alright, so the next thing is you sometimes drink to control emotional and or physical symptoms. And this is the one that ties into number 3 of you drinking alone, right? And I asked the question, why? Why is the person drinking alone? Why are they drinking by themselves? Right? There's a reason to it. And millions of people, they use alcohol as a coping mechanism to deal with stress, right? You know, people will say things like, man, I just gotta decompress. I just gotta take a load off, or it helps me to relax. That's a real popular one, right? But if you're using alcohol as a coping mechanism, think of it this way: if you're drinking alcohol to cope with stress, then it's safe to say that you're gonna drink alcohol to deal with stress. And as human beings, we're always under stress, whether we're rich or poor, smart or stupid, or whatever the case is. We're always going to have our own stress. And we can't keep turning to alcohol to help us get rid of it. And, it's known to be like you're self-medicating yourself on this. So, and this is very dangerous, because after a while, it'll become a habit of, there may be a trigger in your life where somebody made you upset at work. So on the way home, you look forward to drinking, you drink alone, and you're drinking to deal with this type of emotion. And you can see how some of them kind of all tie in, they all tie in together. And then for like a physical symptom, I know sometimes you may have like some type of injury, right? And then instead of maybe you've taken your pain medicine, it's not enough, so you're taking it with alcohol, which is not recommended. But that's an example of taking it during a physical symptom. Yeah. So number 5, the last sign is you and your loved ones are suffering as a result of your drinking. Okay? And the only thing I'm going to say about that is this, is I've always said that alcohol is a chemical substance that's specifically designed to destroy families. That's it. If you have grown up with an alcoholic, you can see that there's not too many good memories. And again, it's one of those things where it's as we're drinking or we start drinking or even when we're drunk, we tell ourselves, I don't want to be an alcoholic. But it just happens. It just sneaks up on you. So I hope these 5 signs of almost becoming an alcoholic were pretty helpful. And I'm going to put a link in the description box to kind of like take a survey to see where you're at in your own drinking, to see if you're low risk or high risk. But other than that, if you have any questions, or whatever, just put them in the comments below. And I hope you liked the video. But other than that, I will see you guys later. Bye.